question, try to repeat it after me and your answer if you can.
Okay.
And then go into details because you're trying to inspire people.
Okay.
You ready? You want me to get your phone?
Do I need my phone? Oh. I didn't know how far up the thing.
So from here.
Oh, okay. So that's
You ready? Okay. So first I want you to start with basically saying who you are and what you do.
I'm Latia Ashley. I'm an overall entrepreneur. I work in the entertainment industry, and I help people start their careers.
So I like to ask everyone this question to get it started, but to talk about your family dynamic and how that contributed to who you are today.
Interesting. My family dynamic and how did it contribute to who I am today? My family taught me to step out of the box and to step away from the norm, not by watching them do it, by watching them not do it.
Right. So your company is radiate off me when I was researching you, and I wanted to know, did you always have that confidence, or is it something that you had to work towards to get?
Have I always had confidence? I have insecure moments to this day, but I've found a way to find security in my insecurities. Because really insecurities is just, insecurities are really you being a prisoner to other people's opinions or other people's thoughts. So are we really insecure, or are we just simply captive to other people's opinion?
I love that outlook on it. And then how do you break that and get out of that prison?
Breaking out of the prison of other people's opinion, you just have to live for you. You have to really believe that what's for you is for you, and what's for them is for them, and that you can't live your life based off of other people's opinion or trajectories on who you are. You have to just be who you are.
Okay, and then you are very conscious of what you do and making sure that you make things happen. So, how do you execute every move without overthinking it?
How to execute every move without overthinking? Well, first off, your brain is for thinking. And I wouldn't say that I overthink. I do have to think ahead. And that's just being proactive, because you have to always expect the unexpected in business. You have to expect the negative things as well as the positive things. And I know we live in a generation now where people are positive energy, positivity, and I don't want to sound negative, but the reality is life happens, things happen. So when you are already prepared for the unexpected, it just helps you maneuver like water through it.
And then you work with several people. So I know most people, they'll get into a room and they'll freeze up. So how do you do that? How do you get into a room with someone that you've been waiting to talk to and don't mess up the game?
That's a very good question. How do you get in a room with someone that you've waited to be around your entire life and not freeze up? The easiest way is to remember that they're people just like you. They have insecurities just like we all do. They have families, they have feelings, they have emotions, and they all started where you are. Nobody started right at the top. So when you just remember that you're literally just walking in the same footsteps and in the same trail that they walked in to get there, it gives you a better sense of peace.
And then I have a couple of quotes from you. One is to consider your character as a currency too. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, some people call me the caption queen. It's weird, but considering your character as your currency, that just goes to say that your character can take you places and pay for things that your pockets or your financial resources may cannot. Character can take you places that your resume can't. And believe it or not, your character will outlive your resume, I believe. So having polished character and a reputation that's reputable is everything.
And one more. You can't be who you were and who you are at the same time. Choose.
You can't be who you were and who you are at the same time. That is something that every single human being has to work with. Because when you elevate to different levels in life, whether you're going up or whether down, it takes a renewing of the mind. And a lot of people try to carry old mindsets into new environments, and that can't work. If you have the mindset of who you were 5 years ago, but you've already achieved the goal that you set 5 years ago, you're not going to stay there. So in order to stay where you prayed to get to, when you work so hard to get to, you have to change your environment, you have to change your mindset. And you may even have to leave some people behind. And that's the hardest part. The hardest part is really being okay to say no and being okay to let go. And it's a hurtful reality to know that some of the people that I started with, I will not finish with. Because you can't control the mindset of anybody else except for yourself. Where you're growing and maturing mentally, other people may still be behind. So they may still have to go around the mountains a few more times and you got the lessons. And until you detach from them, you won't be able to get to the next level. I call it circumcision. Because circumcision rather, is just simply cutting away with what you don't need. Can you live with it? Yeah, but I can also live without it. And you have to have the mindset that sometimes you have to perform circumcision in your circles in order to cut away with what you don't need. If you're not adding to me, you are subtracting. If they're not adding to you, they are taking away from you. And that's just life, period.
And then I see that some people get stuck in the mindset of I used to do this or I used to do that, and they kind of get settled in what they used to do. And they're trying to move forward, but they can't because they're still thinking about what they used to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's so true. Thinking about what you used to do and who you used to be, that's where you used to be. That's not who you are now, and that's not where you are. So if you try to bring over this mindset over in this environment, first off, you're going to repel the people that are at the place where you're trying to get to, number one. Because they're not from there. Or if they are from there, their walk or their journey was different to get to where they are, so the mindsets are different. You want to try to be in a circle of people where your thoughts and everything are unified. Being around like-minded people prevents so much drama and chaos from happening. I call it the clashing of the crowns. Whenever two queens are clashing, or a king and a queen are clashing, like crown clashing is the most annoying, time-consuming, energy-draining thing ever. Like, we don't have to fight. We can all be great together. We may not be able to be great in the same room together, but just because your greatness and my greatness can't coexist don't mean we both can't be great. We don't have to clash. Let's go our separate ways. And be okay with seeing people that hurt you along the way evolve and progress. That's a hard thing for people to truly accept. It's really hard for some people to accept that God can still bless somebody who hurt you because we feel like God's going to get them. But here's the secret. If someone who hurt you is progressing, know that if God blessed them based off what they did to you, know that God got something even greater for you. God loves them too. So it's okay for somebody who harms you to elevate. Let them elevate. That just means you're going to evolve and elevate too. Because if they did what they did and they make it, you know you're good. Right. Have that mindset, and that prevents so much envy. It prevents bitterness, and it really allows you to be genuinely happy for people. So I'm so happy for the people who I've crossed paths with. I'm so happy for the people that weren't qualified to go where God took me. I'm so happy for them. Even the people that hurt me. They bless and I know mine's on the way.
And I wanted to talk about finding a good mentor. Now I know you speak about your brother a lot, or I'm not sure. You speak about your brother. Can you just talk about having a mentor that
Having mentorship is so important. I don't think people, entrepreneurs or people in the entertainment industry, the young and new generation understands how important it is to have the mentorship of the OGs. We live in a generation where people are getting it fast and they also are losing it fast. And I'm not saying that we can't evolve, because with technology and life, things are evolving, but you still need some of the core principles from the people that came before us, because they've been there, they've done it. Now you can take some of the information they give you, you bottle it, put it on the shelf, and you use it for a day that you need it. You may not be able to use everything at one time, but be teachable and always remain a student to life. You can learn from everything. You learn not just from the verbal things that they say to you, learn from the nonverbals, because the nonverbal sometimes speak louder than the verbal. And know that getting wisdom and getting cliches are two different things. We live in a generation now where people want cliches for captions, but don't want wisdom for the future. And you gotta be able to have a balance for both. Because wisdom is what's gonna help you stay there. Wisdom is what's gonna help you along that journey. It's all about the journey. The destination is a never ending, evolving place, because just when you think you're there, you're not there. And if you think you're there, then you might as well just die, because your journey is never finished until you're in the grave.
Okay, and then what advice could you give to other entrepreneurs or other people trying to get into the music industry? And you can speak to women if you want to, whatever.
One of my mentors taught me, breaking into the music industry or the entertainment industry overall, is to always remain a student. The moment you think that you know it all or that your cup is full, you know you're good. Because not one situation is cookie cutter. Not one formula will work for the same person that worked for the other person. So just always remain a student to life, a student to whatever it is that you get into. Never think that you have all the answers. Never think that you got it all together. Always remain humble and always remain a student. And always have a heart that's willing to serve.
Okay. And then did you have anything that you wanted to talk about that I didn't ask you?
Maybe. I mean, just knowing the team people to pick, knowing who, like I said, who to cut away, who to keep, who's good company, who's bad company. There's a saying that says that bad company corrupts good character. And that goes back to what we said earlier, let your character be your currency. And as strong as we think we are as human beings, environment shapes heredity. What you are around can and will influence you. And you can say, oh, I won't let it. I tell you the story. I had a friend that I used to hang around, and there was this saying that she used to say all the time. And before long, I found myself saying the same thing she would say, even in her absence. And it was a cute little funny statement, but that's environment. Oh, environment, shape, and heredity. Because we as humans are habit-forming creatures. So if you think that you can put yourself in a toxic environment and that it won't start to drain your energy or taint or dampen or darken your energy, it will. So it's best to keep yourself in an environment where people celebrate life, celebrate you, celebrate your goals, celebrate what you're trying to evolve to, which is different than being around yes people. You need people to tell you the truth and understand that everyone that's telling you the truth or giving you constructive criticism isn't always hate. You gotta work on having a discerning spirit to be able to determine who's hating and who's telling you the truth.
How was the questions for you?
They were good. That's fine. certain things, certain principles in life, lessons that my mentors. I'm always a student in everything. For example, we had a meeting last night, and they asked me, what did I want from this situation? And I was choked. I was like, what do you mean what I want? Why would I not want something? They said, you didn't say that you wanted anything. So you have to know to be clear for what you want. Be clear for what you're asking for. Don't ever assume that someone knows or can get in your head or is nice enough to give you what you don't ask for. Because even you can bring somebody a situation, you can bring someone a product, and they would take it if you don't lay hold to it, if you don't say that this is mine, if you don't have the black and white to show that this is yours, it becomes theirs. So if it's yours, own it. And if you want something from a situation that you bring, state that. Don't ever assume that someone knows what you're thinking or knows what you're feeling, or that people in this business are nice enough to just give you something because they're nice. No. This business is totally, it will grow you up fast. And a lot of people get in it and they're not ready for it. Working in entertainment is something. If you don't know who you are, they will tell you who you are. And when they're telling you who you are, the identity that is sticking on you may not even be who you truly are, but you don't know that yet because you didn't take time to learn yourself and to find out who you were and who you stood for, to stand your ground, to stand on your square before they gave you an identity and stuck bumps you on you. Do you have any questions?
No, I think that's it. I'm getting so much good advice from you.
Oh.
Okay, and finding who you are. How do you decide what traits to keep and what traits to let go?
When finding who you are.
Just in business, period. Because what you think might be a good strength to yours or anything, someone else will look at it as like, okay,
Finding out what you're good at and finding your strength and weaknesses in business. First off, you don't know until you try something. You can try something and you can say, oh, this doesn't feel right, I don't enjoy doing this, or hey, I really love doing this, or I really enjoy doing that. Don't be afraid. Should I say this? I'm doing some of my nuggets. My mentors, and it's not that my mentors are strictly on this is secrecy, you can't tell people this. It's just that they don't waste their information. So they're very selective on who they share certain stuff with. Like, it's a blessing to get some of the mentoring that Sean Combs got, or that work with the people that's worked with some of the greatest entertainers, or help discover that, like, the wisdom that comes from that is so much so. I'm just careful because I don't want to sound cliche. That's so corny. And I hate corny. I hate corny. I hate corny cliches. But to go back to your question, to find out what works and what doesn't work for you, you just simply have to try to work it. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, away with it. And if it's beneficial to your business, don't away with it completely. Delegate it to somebody else. Don't allow your ego to be in the way of having other people do things. Sometimes when we have a company or a business, we want to do everything because it's ours. Be okay with putting other people in places to do the job that you don't enjoy doing. Be okay with not being the person, be hands-on all the time. Delegation is a beautiful thing. And then hire people that are smarter than you to do things that you don't like to do. One, that's how you learn. Two, your business won't stay stuck.
And then how did you get into the entertainment industry?
Oh, I actually started in radio years ago. I started off as an intern at a radio station that was under intercom communication years ago. I won't tell my age. But I was attending A&T State University, and I did it as a internship. And radio was cool. I enjoyed it. But I really enjoyed the business of entertainment. I really enjoyed that. But I love my radio roots. I learned so much. I met so many people that I even run into now that work in the music industry. And it's like, wait, I remember you from 15 years ago when you worked in radio. So, yeah, that's where it started. And I started out, I was a PA for a guy who was starting an independent label that's doing well now. And he asked me to be his personal assistant. And I said, okay. So I remember making phone calls to DJ Khaled before he was who he was. It's so weird to see so many people that are doing amazing now. So yeah, I was helping out, working for free.
Yeah, people are afraid to work for free now. Okay, well, we're finished with this part. Well, could you look into the camera and could you say your name? And I am young and great.
Okay. This is Latia Ashley, and I am young and great.
Okay, so we finished with this part of the interview, and I just want to get more drops on the iPad, okay?
Okay.